and welcome to Lilith Astrology. Maribel here, aka La Gitana Moon, as always providing you with your monthly horoscopes, this time for the month of December. We made it to the last month of the year. Yes, I have to do the mind blown thing because my mind is blown because this is crazy and I can't even believe that we're in the last month of the year. This year, aside from being crazy, full of turmoil, stress, new awakenings, new beginnings, and all the things that we could possibly imagine, has gone so fast. It's gone by so fast. And I hope that you have learned so much and that you have realized so much and that you are appreciating your life more than ever before. Why? Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be realizing and appreciating our lives more than we ever have. Why? Because it's the one we have. It's the present. But before I get super deep, I wanted to describe the structure of this month's reading. As always, I'm doing a 3-card spread. We're going to be focusing on the major transit that's going to be occurring this month on December 21st, and that's the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. And this is really major because this has not happened in like a very long time, guys. This is like a super duper major event that's going to be taking place on December 21st, 2020, and will not be happening again until 2080. That's right, I said that, 2080. So Google it, do your research about it, try to learn more about it so that you can really get a sense on what this is really about. I mean, I'm going to give you a little bit of the skinny on it, but I'm just saying. Just so you know a little bit of what it's about and you inform yourselves a little more on what it means for you. I will be pulling a card for you in terms of what it is, and that will be able to give you a little more insight. But before we get into our 3-card spread, I always pull a card to represent the energy of the month. This is for the month of December again, and I'm using the Earth Warriors Oracle deck. This is the beautiful booklet. This deck is by Alana Fairchild. I don't know if I've ever said it before. If I didn't, now you know. Haha, look her up. She's great. Lots of other beautiful tarot decks designed, written, and she has beautiful artists who illustrate these beautiful decks that are so symbolic and so deep. I've mentioned this deck before. This deck, if you want to do deep soul work, deep soul healing, this is your deck. So the card for the month of December is being represented by the totemic puma. And the theme is power awakening. And I love this card. I love that it's a totem because that signifies the symbolism, the representation, the spirit of an animal. And I'm not really close to the puma. That's not my animal for me. There are other animals I relate more to that I've seen in meditation. But the fact that we're talking about a totem, we're talking about a symbolic energy, a spirit that's being embodied, that we're going to embody during the month of December if we're aligned to this energy. So I'm just going to read a little bit of what the message is behind this card, to give you guys a better sense on what to look forward to and interpret a little bit of the energy to help us out. So let's start. It says, you've got this. Don't let fear or hesitation hold you back. Apply yourself fully to the task. Let go of old ways of viewing yourself as incapable, scattered, or wasteful of energy. You have the ability to focus intently, to generate clear intention, and to achieve your ambitions through methodical steps and applied will. You have the internal resources you need for successful completion. I like the word completion here because it's the end of the year. It completes the year of 2020. And I'll get back to that, so put a pin in that. Even if no one else recognizes your potential and believes in your future success, in due course, they will understand differently. By then, you will already be moving on to your next task. Trust your sense of timing. Have patience. When you know it is the time to leap, do it without hesitation. So, it being the 12th month of the year, And us getting towards the last signs of the zodiac as well during this time of the year means that we're finishing a cycle and we'll be starting a beginning of the year. I don't want you guys, and I'm sure other astrologers are probably warning you about the same thing, do not try to get ahead of yourself in trying to predict what the rest of the year is going to be like. Why? Because it's not realistic. There are some things that are predictive that we can say, yes, this is what's going to happen. Whereas there are other things where we can't. And that's part of life. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay, especially with a year a year like this, a year that we've gone through, where I think it's okay for us to take things moment by moment, day by day, week by week, because it is what helps us ground. It is what helps us be aware of what's happening. It is what helps us, it helps protect us. When we go too far ahead, we can easily overwhelm ourselves and stress ourselves out in unhealthy ways. Some stress is fine, but overwhelming kind of stress is not healthy. And this card is basically telling us that about accepting ourselves, moving forward regardless, being aware of the signs and the signals of when it's time to move and when it's not. But we can only do that if we're rooted. And the puma is an animal that hunts. It's not an animal that has the food. Well, let's not say the animal, because we can't, most animals in the wild hunt for their food. But it's not an animal that like most animals, the food is not readily available for it. It hunts for its food, so it has to develop instinct. And what it's saying is embodying that intuition, that instinct to be present, to realize, to see the signs, when it's right to move and when it's not, and let go of the past of who you were and who you thought you were gonna be in terms of looking to the future. So embody the present and trust your instincts, guys. During the month of December, the energy is pushing you more towards this. And this lesson is not isolated to the month. It's a generalized lesson. This is something you should carry on with, even when we start 2021. I hope you guys like that so far. So let's begin with our 3-card spread for the month of December. And we're going to be looking, as always, the snapshot of the energy of the month. We're going to be pulling a card for the great Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, because we want to understand how will this manifest for each sign. And lastly, we're going to pull a lesson for the winter solstice for every sign, because I think that that's beautiful. I think it's witchy. I love the energy that the solstice and the equinoxes embody. It's so powerful, and there's so much magic that is within these transitions of the seasons. So for the first card for you, we're going to be starting with Sagittarius, because it's Sagittarius season. For the energy for the month of December, we have the Tower card. A quick side note. So I'm pulling the major arcana cards for the snapshot of the energy of the month, because I feel like it'll give us a more global sense on what's going on for you. And for you, Sagittarius, we have the Tower. This is a card that strikes a little bit of fear in people, because they see, usually in traditional tarot decks, we see a tower that's a flame being struck by lightning, people jumping out of it. But what it signifies is the crumbling, the falling apart of something, the ending of something major, a major shift. And this can be mentally, it can be physically, it could be externally, from the sense of like an actual structure in life, a work system or something completely falling apart or coming to an end. And I like this for you, Sagittarius, because when something ends, it means that a new beginning is coming. It's naturally a new beginning that is coming. So Sagittarius, be aware of the things that are changing for you, and lose the fear around this, because there's some aspect of this that's part of something that you want, that you're working towards. And changes are scary even if you want them. So keep that in mind, that even if it's a change that you want, it could be scary, because when things come to an end, there's a moment of uncertainty. So this card represents this uncertainty for you, and you walking across that threshold into a new sense, into a new beginning. December for you, Sag. Moving on, we're looking at the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction and how will this manifest for you? Because we're going to be moving into Aquarius. So Jupiter and Saturn will be in Aquarius pretty soon, and that's pretty major too. Saturn is the ruler of Aquarius as well. So this is interesting. How will this manifest? Oh, here we go. Okay, Sagittarius, we have the 10 of emotions. This is a beautiful card. But what I see here is togetherness. It's support. It's emotions. I mean, it is 10 of emotions, but that came out spontaneously, I promise. That it's emotions, it's support, it's feeling nurtured and supported. There's something, again, there's a transition here, there's some sentimentality here, and realizing that there's more people around you than you think there are. And I like this for you because you need it. You need to feel that foundation. You need to feel that base. So you're going to realize that there's a strong foundation for you, which is nice for you considering this tower moment that's coming. That you're going to be able to feel that there is solid ground beneath you despite the changes. Be grateful, Sagittarius. The lesson for you for this winter solstice is being represented by the 10 of materials. Again, this is beautiful. You have a lot of endings, a lot of things that are coming full circle for you and are starting anew, Sagittarius, during the month of December. This is really powerful. These three cards coming out together. We have the Tower, the 10 of emotions, and the 10 of materials. So these new beginnings are going to bring a certain level of fruitfulness and prosperity that you did not anticipate. But again, it's going to feel uncomfortable before you start seeing the reasons why and learning to appreciate it, because it's going to feel scary at first. The foundation is there. The foundation is stable. It's secure. But remember, it's our mind that needs certainty to move forward because it's protecting us. So I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to take things moment by moment during the month of December so that when these things start crumbling down, you can be more accepting of it as opposed to resistant. We don't want to resist. I love this for you, Sagittarius. Best of luck to you during the month of December. Moving on with Capricornio. I almost said that incorrectly. And I'm a fluent Spanish speaker, so no. Capricorn. What is the snapshot of the month for you, Cappy? Let's see what's going on. Ooh. So for you, Capricorn, we have the Fool card. And the Fool in this position is kind of like the way this card fell out, very sudden, very spontaneous. During the month of December, your energy is, you're being directed to be spontaneous, to be open, to take risks, and to have faith where you are falling. I had a friend recently that talked to me about the Serenity Prayer attached to this card, and I really liked that for that. So, and for you, Capricorn, I think this applies about learning to accept the things that you cannot change, and moving forward. So there's a forward movement for you during the month of December. I was about to say September, but that passed, right? Yeah. During the month of December for you, Capricorn, and move forward because you want to, not because you have to. I don't know if that makes sense. There's a difference when we do things out of obligation because we remove all the options we have and we convince ourselves that this is the only way. Whereas when we do something because we want to, we disregard, or not disregard, but we decide to leave behind the doubts and the fears we have, and we decide to go forward because this is what we want to do. And I want you to get down to the nitty gritty and really look at it and say, this is what I really want and this is what I want to do, and I want you to own it and not worry. Can you do that, Capricorn? All right. Moving on to the major Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. What will it manifest for Cappies? Let's warm up these cards a bit. I'm not going to shuffle too much because you know me, I'm an expert shuffler. I'm so good at this. So I want you guys to get a sense of what this will manifest for you, because this is important. Okay, here we go. So, we got the 6 of inspiration for you, Capricorn, for the Jupiter. I should mispronounce it on purpose. The Jupiter Saturn conjunction, the Jupiter Saturn conjunction. So the 6 of inspiration here signifies a victory, signifies something coming to balance, something coming to equilibrium, and things, showing up and rising to the occasion. And this will manifest like this for you, where you're going to come out on top during this conjunction, where you're going to realize that you are doing better than you think you are, and you're going to have a realization of not grandiosity per se, but your largeness, your worth. Yes, that's the best way to describe it. You're going to get a better sense of your worth, and this is important because many times we get so bogged down in the tasks that we have to complete on a day-to-day basis that we forget what we are worth and what we are about. So this is really important for you, Capricorn, to see yourself for who you really are, and take in the compliments and also compliment yourself. And learn to keep it up. The lesson for the winter solstice for you, Capricorn, is being represented by the Muse of Voices. So this is traditionally the King of Swords. If you do not identify with King, please feel free to use another representation of it. It's totally fine. It's a person here in this deck because it's very forward. It represented as a muse, as an inspiration, a sense of inspiration, and this is the pinnacle of inspiration. So the lesson for you that's gonna come up during the winter solstice is owning your word, owning what you feel and what you say and what you think, and communicating it in a secure and assertive way, and learning to accept the feelings and the thoughts that you have. It's okay, Capricorn, to not be so PC. It's okay to have strong opinions. You have them internally. Why not bring them out? The coldness of the winter is not meant to hurt. It's meant to end and let go and let, like the trees and life, let it die for a while to bring in new things. So if there's things that are coming to an end for you, and there's things that you need to bring to a close, get ready, Capricorn, to speak it into existence. Otherwise, who's gonna do it for you? I'm just saying. Moving on with Aquarius. Aquarius, your snapshot, your energy for the month of December. Oh, that fell out quick. Is being represented by the Emperor. I like this card. It's a powerful card. It represents dignity and leadership. So there is a sense of growth during the month of December for you, Aquarius, where you're going to feel like you're stepping into a new role in your life, or you're being offered new opportunities, or you see yourself entering. I see for some of you, you entering a building or a new phase or something like that, but there's a doorway of some sort for Aquariuses of new experiences that are coming, where you will be elevated on some level. So for this energy, there will be an elevation, there will be a growth of some kind. Be aware of this growth, be aware of this elevation. It's good for you if you use this energy wisely. If you do not use this energy wisely, I'm feeling and I'm hearing there could be some double-edged sword kind of energy here, where you can be in a good place for a moment and then fall off. So carry it with dignity, be open, and Learn when you need to follow and when you need to lead. That's really important for you, Aquarius, during the month of December. How will the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction energy manifest for you, Aquarius? So we have the Queen of Materials here. I love this. This is a manifestation card. Paired with the Emperor energy, I like this for you because what this tells me is that you will be carrying on with your tasks. And this energy is saying that you are learning how to manifest the things that you want. You're learning how to create the things that you need. And the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is going to help reinforce that for you. It's going to help put things into perspective, into light, where you're missing the point and what's really important for you and what's no longer important. So keep a lookout on that, Aquarius, because you're going to have a very strong, firm push into prioritizing. Priorities are really, really going to come to the forefront for you, and who you want to be and how you see things for yourself and for society. Try to stay away from selfish endeavors because it's not going to favor you. Lastly, the lesson for the winter solstice. For you, Aquarius, this card fell out right away. And we have the Six of Emotions. So the winter solstice is going to come with nostalgia. There are gifts involved here. There's going to be nostalgia involved for some of you. There are also going to be exchanges of gifts of some sort. Not because it's just the Christmas season. I don't know if you're an Aquarius that celebrates Christmas, so that might not be the case. But there's an exchange here with this card. And there's also a past connection, something that brings back memories and desire to connect with the past, or to connect with fun, more basic things in life. So if you find yourself nostalgic about the simpler things, try to engage in that. Try to figure out what used to bring you joy as a child, what used to make you happy, laugh. What games did you enjoy? These are all Six of Emotions, traditionally Six of Cups type of and the type of energy, type of symbols. So consider that, Aquarius. Moving on with Pisces. All right, Pisces, moving on with you. Let's see what the snapshot for the month of December has to say to you. Ooh, fell out right away. For the energy for the month of December for you, Pisces, we have the Devil card. No need to fear, similar to the Tower. Yes, these are cards with very strong energy, but this just means when we feel this kind of intense energy, it's just a moment to pause and focus. So when we see the Devil card, we think about a very dark energy, but similar to a post I saw just recently, what does the darkness mean to you, and why does darkness need to equate to evil? Darkness doesn't mean evil. The darkness is our sky at night, full of stars and the beautiful moon. The darkness is what we embrace to get a good night's rest, unless you don't mind having the lights on, but I don't, so I need the lights off, just saying. The darkness is what brings out the light. Darkness doesn't have to be evil. So how can you during this month repurpose, organize again, or find a different way to look at the negative things or the worries and concerns that you have, that you're tied to? This card is encouraging you to let them go, to cut those binds, those ties that affect you, and start looking at them from a more positive perspective, and to leave behind those some habits that you've created during the past year. This is a karma card, so it carries energy with it, and it's telling you that during this year you have adopted certain points of view, and certain ways of thinking that are not serving you a lot, or maybe even habits that are not serving you. So start figuring out how you can view these in a positive way to gain motivation and clarity to change some of these things. You are free, you're not a victim. moving on with the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction pull. How will this manifest for you, Pisces? How will this manifest for you? Let's see. Okay. Actually, I want this card. You know, both cards are appropriate. So we have the Ten of Voices, which is traditionally the Ten of Swords, and we have the Six of Voices. And I like to think the Ten of Voices comes first before this. There's an ending here, something hurtful. Again, I think this is attached to the Devil card of something that you're ending, a habit. Maybe it could be a connection that is not positive for you. What I sense is a connection that's not positive for you. I sense sadness around this card in terms of ending of something that you're leaving behind. But when it comes to leaving things behind, which is funny because now we have the Six of Voices here, it's important to realize that at some point you're leaving something behind for something better if it's affecting you negatively. And that negativity is there to teach you a lesson on how to grow, on how to take care of yourself, on how to feel more accepting of yourself, more nurturing for yourself. It's not meant to hurt you. So again, there's that perspective that comes into play with these cards here. And with the Six of Voices, it's saying that it's going to be better for you. So, you know, hold tight, take a deep breath, and move forward with your plans. Yes, things are going to change. Yes, it might hurt a bit, but at the end, you will be all the better for it, Pisces. Moving on with the lesson for the winter solstice. Oh. Okay. So similarly, we have two cards again, similarly to what we pulled before. We have the Five of Emotions and we have the Ace of Voices for you, Pisces. Again, there's going to be speaking up. There's the Five of Emotions here, leaving something behind, but realizing what you really have. There's a shift here in perspective that's going to occur in order for you to move forward with something that's no longer working, that doesn't feel right and is not healthy for you. You got this, Pisces. I believe in you and I wish you the best of luck. Moving on with Aries. Number one, Aries, what is the snapshot for the month of December for you? The energy snapshot. What we got going on here? Let's see. Aries, come on. Like, I'm talking to the cards like they're a person. Like, stop playing games. Tell me what's up. Guys, my guides are like all over the place right now, and I feel like, who's here? Who's here? Ooh, okay. Ooh, I love this card. So for Aries, we have the Sun. So the snapshot of the energy for the month of December for Aries, you have the Sun. This is fire. And I like this because you are a fire sign and you're the first fire sign to initiate the wheel of the year, the Zodiac wheel of the year. And I like this because it's an initiation kind of feeling for you, Aries, where you're feeling like anew and you're feeling connected and you're feeling like you're vibing. And I like this. The Sun in this deck is a peaceful card, because you have this person connected to source. It also reminds me of like a womb and like the egg and all this kind of jazz. So I like this connecting to the beginning, to the source of life for you. So there's going to be a sense of adventure, a sense of new experiences, a sense of rebirth for you during the month of December. Yes, even though it's the last month of the year, it is possible to feel like you're being born again. So all the power to you, Aries, during the month of December. Moving on with the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. How will it manifest for you, Aries? What you got going on, Aries? Okay. We have the Knight of Emotions. So this is bringing up feelings of the past, feelings towards people you care about, towards those you love. It also feels like activity, things that bring you joy, that bring you comfort. There's going to be connections here that this conjunction is going to manifest in for you. From the standpoint of, it's going to open and broaden up your mind to who's around you, similar to Sagittarius too, to who's around you and who are the people who care about you. There's messages that are going to be coming in. There's new connections that you're going to build, and all of these are going to serve you well because you need to get closer. You need to connect more. Again, I want to be clear because we know we're in a pandemic. I don't want you guys to think that I'm telling you to get, go into social gatherings or something because it's dangerous. So no. Here, what I'm saying is physical distancing is important. Social distancing is a different deal. Social distancing is the incorrect term. Well, we're talking about socialize. Yes, you need connection. Physical distancing is what we want. We don't want people to be close to each other. Why? Because we're at risk of getting something. So physical distance, but not social distance. Talk to people. And there's people that are going to come out from the woodwork, out of the woodwork, where you're going to realize like, hey, I miss this person, and you need them. You need this person, Aries. Finally, what is the winter solstice going to teach you? What is the lesson for you, Aries? I like this. It's like easy does it. You want to do the things, but you gotta do them completely or not at all. So I don't know if you guys are Parks and Recs fans, but I am. And there's an episode where Ron Swanson says to Leslie that she has to learn to whole ass one thing. So Aries, whole ass one thing. You can't do a whole bunch of things at the same time. You can't do all the things. Because when you do all the things, you don't finish them completely. You do some and some not. So whole ass one thing at a time. And that's what this solstice is going to teach you, that you really, really need to learn how to pause and take your time for things in order for them to manifest the way you'd like them to, and in order to find that security and that stability that you're looking for. Aries. Moving on with Taurus. All right, Taurus. Okay. The snapshot, the energy for the month of December for you is being represented by the Justice card. And this is when things come to light. In this case, this is going your way. Things are going to come to light for you during the month of December, and they're going to come to fruition in a way that favors you, in a way that makes you feel good about yourself. So I like this. What it is also saying is about doing things the right way, doing things with integrity, being honest with yourself, with others. So you will be walking a fine line, Taurus, during the month of December. So make sure that you're doing things within your values, within the values of the people that you're connected with your loved ones. You don't want to step into something because you were being shady in some way, shape, or form, because it's not going to work out for you the way you would expect. Moving on with the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, how will it manifest for you, Taurus? How will it manifest? Like how? Like hello. Okay. So it will manifest like the Two of Materials. And this makes sense. Because with the Justice card, which means you're going to be caught in between a couple of things. So while you are busy, this card is talking about integrity in your choices, integrity in the things that you want to do for yourself. Sure, this might look better than this and vice versa, but what is it that goes with your values? What is it that's most important for you? What is it that benefits the whole as well in the process, Taurus? And I'm not saying that everything is going to be about, what everybody thinks, because we shouldn't be worried about that. But if other people are involved, make sure that your choices are not impacting them negatively. If that's not the case, make sure that your choices are based on integrity, because in the long run, you will see the after effects of taking a shortcut, of ignoring good advice, and just doing what feels convenient and comfortable at the moment. So think about that, Taurus. Moving on, and that's a huge lesson, by the way, Taurus. Moving on with the lesson for the winter season, for the solstice, for the winter solstice. We have the Ace of Inspiration. Take advantage of momentum. Take advantage of the energy you have. Don't squander it. Don't let it, don't let the spark die. Move forward with the motivations that you have. They're there for a reason. Move forward with the inspiration that you have. Move forward with your visions. It's important for you to think about how you want to see things come to light, come forward. So start from there, Taurus. During this month, the winter solstice is going to teach you that you have a light inside, and that there's more to you, and that you have a lot more to offer than you think you do. Similar to Capricorn. Moving on with Geminis. Gemini. What you got? Gemini, what is the energy for you for the month of December? What's your energy snapshot? Gems. Ooh. Gemini is taking a while. I'm just gonna pull a card. Gemini, we have the Lovers. This is your card in the major arcana. So what this is telling me, Gemini, is that the energy is going to be around connection. It's going to be around really building a bond, really being vulnerable and opening yourself up to those that you care about, or somebody that you care about that you're not fully connected with. This could be also connecting with somebody that you haven't spoken to in a long time, and being open and vulnerable about it in order to do it in a way that feels genuine and feels real. So Gemini, be on the lookout for that and be open. This could also represent uncomfortable situations that you have to come to acceptance of, and giving yourself also that love and being vulnerable with yourself. So today, for example, I did a meditation and it was asking, who is the person that you have to be vulnerable with the most? And at first I thought, who is the person I'm vulnerable with the most? There we go. And at first I thought, oh, my significant other. And then it was like, no, you. And it's like, duh. We need to be comfortable with being vulnerable with ourselves, because we need to be able to tell the truth to ourselves first. If you're not comfortable with being honest with yourself first, then what are you saying to others? Yeah, think about it. Moving on with the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, how will this manifest for you, Gemini? Ooh, we got cards right away. Spirit like this. We got the Two of Voices, and we have the Four of Voices. Tell the truth, the Two of Voices is saying, like, automatically tell the truth. And the Four of Voices is saying, take it easy. Telling the truth is not meant to be this whole controversy. It's not meant to be this big to-do. It's just the fear of reaction and the fear of fear itself, the fear of the discomfort we're going to feel if somebody. It's a whole big mess, some crazy wackadoo type of experience that we create for ourselves. Take it easy, Gemini. Let things settle. Let things fall into place. The time to speak will come. Take your time. In the meanwhile, chill a little bit. Learn to hang. Learn to stick around for a little while before you open your mouth. Think about that. Lastly, what the lesson for the winter solstice is for you, Gemini. Let's see what we got going here. Oh, it's being represented by the Queen of Inspiration. Own it. Own who you are. Own your talents. Own your passions. Own your words. But be mindful. Have instinct. It's kind of like the totemic puma energy. That instinct we talked about at the beginning. About having the instinct to know when you have to speak and when you have to be silent. Both are super, super important. They seem so simple because we talk all the time. We talk so much. We talk more than we're silent. And we need to learn how to listen, and we need to learn when to speak. Again, Gemini, think about this. Moving on with Cancer. Okay, Cancer, what you got for me for a snapshot for the energy for the month of December? What is the energy for the month of December for Cancer? Cancer. I feel like Walter Mercado when I say the names of the signs in Spanish. I used to love Walter. Guys, look him up. Watch the documentary on Netflix. It's so great. And then you can imagine me, little me, watching the Spanish TV show, watching Walter. Listening to my sign Libra. What did I have to even pay attention to? My life wasn't that complicated when I was like 14. Come on. Cancer. Let's see. But I sure wanted to know what was happening with Libra. I'll tell you that much. Okay, this is taking long, so I'm just gonna pull a card, Cancer, because nothing's falling out. Okay, nice. The month of December for you is being represented by the Empress card, the energy for you. And I like this. This is a card of new things, of creativity, of birth, of change, which we're already feeling. So Cancer, really embody this energy, really feel it, breathe it in. Breathe in that sense of newness, breathe in that sense of change. There might be some of you that might be pregnant. This might be true, might not be true. This is very motherly energy, Cancer. So see where your care is needed, where your attention is needed during the month of December. Do not lose focus. See who needs your support and care. They need you. Moving on with the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. How will this manifest for you, Cancer? Oh, that fell out right away, right? It's being represented by the Four of Materials. This is manifesting from an area of groundedness and economic growth and prosperity. And what this means is kind of like keeping a lookout from an economic perspective, but not overthinking too much. Kind of like moving, it sounds like moving away from a mindset of fear of lack, of fear of loss, and not grasping too hard to things that are based on your perception. You want to open the pathway more, Cancer, for more new things to manifest in your life. You don't want to stay too stuck in an area because it feels safe. Yes, the safety is great, but the safety can only last up to a certain point. If you keep growing, you're going to outgrow that safety too. So think about that, Cancer. I've been dropping truth bombs during this whole card pull, guys. Can you be like, I want to give myself a pat on the back. Applause for me. Hello. Don't hate on me. I have an Aries moon. Okay. So the lesson for the winter solstice for you, Cancer. Okay, here we go. It's being represented by the Nine of Voices. Again, this talks to me, it's connected to this Four of Materials card. It's telling me about outgrowing safety, about outgrowing things that bring you comfort. This can be stressful, and it can be scary, because when we create or make a habit out of being a certain way and things start to shift, we start to think that that means they're ruined or something bad is going to happen. But in fact, what it means is that it just means it's changing. And we outgrow safety as we grow ourselves, because the same circumstances that keep us comfortable are no longer applicable with, where we're at, how we think and how we view things. So move forward. If you find yourself getting a little bit sidetracked by fear, Aries, I said Aries, Cancer, try your best to go back, look, reflect on things, and not get ahead of yourself. Try some grounding. It could be meditation focused on breathing. It could also be focusing on decluttering. I sense decluttering, clearing out spaces. Seeing things clear will also help you make your mind clear. Don't listen to all the voices. Moving on with Leo. Leo, what is the snapshot for you for the month of December? The energy for you. Let's see. You got that many cards up. Ooh, I love this. This feels like a very Leo card. We have the Strength card for you, Leo. So I sense pulling through, getting things, getting over the hump for you during the month of December, Leos. So Leos will find themselves getting past something, getting over that hump of discomfort or difficulty, digging themselves out of that ditch, and saying, you know what, I'm moving forward anyway. This shit is difficult, but I'm getting it. And moving forward with that confidence of, yeah, I'm scared, but you know what? I need to, the desire to get over and get past things is greater than my fear. I like this for you, Leo. Jupiter Saturn conjunction. How is it going to manifest for you, my Leos? Oh, that flew out. It's being manifested by the Three of Voices. Something comes to an end, Leo, for you during this conjunction, and this is okay, because when things come to an end, there's a moment there's an opportunity to heal. There's things that are coming anew. Again, yes, this is from an emotional perspective. Yes, your mind might feel uncomfortable, but you have this beautiful Strength card here paired with you that's going to be supporting you, and you're going to have this inner strength and confidence that is going to help you get over that hump and help put things into perspective for you. So think about that for you, Leo. What is the winter solstice teaching you? We have the Five of Voices here. Again, there's a conflict, there's something coming to an end. How can you rise above it? How can you rise above it, Leo? You're going to figure this out. If you start looking at it from that perspective from now already, you will see that you will find what it is that you need to do to rise above it, to get over that hump, Leo. Moving on with Virgo. Virgo, what is the energy for you for the month? The snapshot of the energy of the month for you for the month of December. Okay. We have the Temperance card for you, Virgo. So Virgo, when we see Temperance here, we're talking about the middle ground, the middle road, taking your time to go through things, watch the scenery. It doesn't mean to stop completely, but it means to not act impulsively. Not that you're a big fan of that anyway, so that's not really news to you. This is not really big advice. But for the month of December, you're being especially pushed towards refraining from making major decisions, because there's something that you have to sit through. You have to sit through a ride of some sort, and that's what the month of December is encouraging you to do. Hang on, stick around for the ride, watch the scenery, enjoy the sights, and do what you can. Don't push yourself too hard, during the month of December, Virgo. Moving on with the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction and what it's bringing for you, like, well, how is it going to manifest for you? Oh, these cards are jumping out. It's going to manifest more time for self-care. It's going to be pushing you to focus on yourself a little more, to do more things that bring you more joy personally. And it's not because you don't like to indulge, because we know that earth signs love to indulge, but there's been a bit of forgetting of the self. Which is what I sense with this card's appearance. This also talks about food. I keep saying like food towards your mouth, like indulging in delicious snacks. It also is talking about just, you know, spending quality time with your loved ones, together with them, but specific people like that you're very close to, and having quality time and intimate moments with them as well. It's going to bring up the need for that, and it's going to bring up the value of that for you, Virgo. Moving on with the lesson, the winter solstice is teaching you. Nice. So we have the Six of Materials here. We have here these two material cards, these two earth grounded cards. So we're going to go with that grounded energy, which I love for you, especially during this time of the year. So I like the Six of Materials because this is going to be like a letting go. You're going to be letting go of a lot of things, a lot of belongings. So if you Virgos, are you doing donations or you're giving away stuff, this is a great time to do it. And it's going to be teaching you to be a little more selfless. There's going to be some volunteering of some sort or helping out of people that's going to occur during this winter solstice for you, and you're gonna feel really inclined to do so. You're gonna feel really inclined of getting rid of old things, and you know, but repurposing it for someone or doing something new with it, Virgo. All right, Libra, my Libras. So Libra, the energy for the month of December for you. What is the snapshot of the energy of the month? Oh, it's being represented by the Hermit. So Libra, you are being pushed to self-evaluate, to reflect, to meditate, to process things on your own time, to make space, to visualize and meditate on your life and what's going on. Take some time, Libra, as much as you can, to meditate on what's going on with you. Also to soothe and to root, ground yourself. This will be very beneficial for you during the month of December, Libra. Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. How will this manifest for you, Libra? Love you, Libra. Like if Libra could say, I love you too. Okay, this will manifest for you with the Knight of Inspiration. So there's this like fear or cautiousness of like when is the next shoe, you know, when will the shoe drop? And Libra, you're being warned against this. This is more in your mind. This is not a real fear, is what I sense for some of you. Yes, you can have your guard up and be cautious in terms of certain things, but you also have to be cognizant of when you're overprotecting yourself for fear of something you're projecting on. Try to relax. Again, that meditation will help you with this. Try to manage some of the thoughts that are coming up for you, and try not to guard yourself so much. You are already guarded. You already know what to protect yourself from, Libra. You are already aware. It's what I'm saying. You will know if there's something to protect yourself from, Libra. The lesson for the winter solstice for you. What is your lesson? What is it teaching you, Libra? Oh, Four of Inspiration. I love this. Togetherness, gathering, celebration, stability, pause. It's teaching you peace. It's teaching you to be present, to ground, to enjoy, to commit. Libra, I really want you to embrace this energy. It's a beautiful energy. I want you to get connected with people. This feels very full moon energy like as well. So during this winter solstice, see if you can have an activity around it. Drink some ciders or something. I don't know. I get this sense of some sort of celebration and connecting with people and really doing something that makes you feel real and grounded. Libra. Finally, last but never least, because Scorpio will get mad, we got Scorpio. Scorpio, what is a snapshot? The energy of the month for you for the month of December. Let's see. This is the fastest, guys, you'll ever see me shuffle, and that's because I have like a couple of cards from the major arcana left here. Otherwise, hotmess.com. Let's see. Let us see. Okay, I'm gonna pull a card. This is taking too long. I'm not gonna look so you guys are not like, cheater, cheater. You remember that when you were a kid? Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. I don't know what that meant, but yeah, that's what I felt like saying. Okay. Ooh, I like this. So Scorpio, for the month of December, you have magician energy. That's alchemist energy. That's transformational energy. That's like your middle name. So you have the power, Scorpio, during the month of December to make shit happen, to make things go your way, to push them in the direction that you want. All you have to do is drop the crap that's weighing you down and let it go. But move forward and push that energy in the direction that you want it to go. That means doing breath work, journaling, meditating, making smarter choices, not engaging in petty endeavors. You know what I'm talking about, Scorpio? Think about that. During the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, how will this manifest? Whoop, whoop. I've been doing that a lot lately. Don't ask me why. Don't at me. I wonder who started that. Every time I see it, I'm like, that's funny, that's cool. I don't use it often, but I want to know who started it. If you guys know, let me know. At @lahitana_moon on IG. DM me. Let's see. For Scorpio. Oh, that flew out. I'm telling you, these cards have been flying out for you guys. Okay, so we have the 3 of materials and the 4 of emotions for how the energy from the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is manifesting for you. And I like this, but I don't favor this 4 of emotions card so much because I think you could do better, Scorpio. And that's when you take things for granted. And it's being manifested this way because there's something you're overlooking. You're overlooking how good you have it. You have a team. And I think about it a little bit. It's not so much that you're overlooking it intentionally. It's just you're getting caught up in your feelings. And you need to get out of it. You're getting caught up in those feelings and those thoughts. That's what I meant to say. Get out of them because they're distracting you in a weird way. Similarly to one of the recent signs I read, try to get out. It's just perception. It's not necessarily the truth. So try to get out of that so that you could really see who's there for you, because there's people waiting for you. There's people who are there for you. Ask for help. If you need support, ask for support. There are people there for you, and you're going to learn that there are people there for you. So several of you, I'm not saying you personally, but several signs this month are going to realize that there's more people for them, waiting for them, and in support of them than they think. Embrace that, guys. That's a very special gift. Depend. Allow yourself to depend on people. Yes, it can be scary to trust people, but when you realize that people are really there for you and they really care for you, that's like the biggest reward. One of life's biggest rewards, honestly. Scorpio, think about that. Lastly, we're looking at what the winter solstice is teaching you. What is the lesson for you, Scorpio? I also like this picture. Behind your fears is a beautiful world of possibilities, is what I'm being told here with the 8 of voices and the 9 of emotions. So you can wish all you want, but if you don't release these ties that bind, you're not going to be able to see what's there. Again, very similar message to the 4 of emotions and the 3 of materials here. I want you to look beyond. I want you to cut those ties. This is all you're making, all of your doing. There's opportunity here that's waiting for you. That this is the wish card. This is the card where you can manifest, and you have that energy with the Magician card being represented, being the energy represented for you for the month of December. So Scorpio, I want you to really let go of the limitations you're creating for yourself, and really see that there's more to look at, and that, you know, you deserve the things that you want. All right, folks, that concludes our tower scopes for the month of December. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you had the time of your life. I hope you love them. I hope they make you happy. This is Maribel, aka La Gitana Moon. You can find me on IG at La Gitana_moon. And I hope to hear from you soon. I wish you a beautiful holiday season despite the circumstances, and a very happy new year. I will see you next year. I hope you're looking forward to it, because I sure am. Love you lots. Kisses. Goodbye.